So you're thinking about making a move to the East Village in downtown San Diego, one of the most vibrant, amazing, and just energy-filled neighborhoods in all of San Diego County. This right here could also be called the Ballpark District because, well, it's where Petco Park is located. It happens to be a game day. They're not even home, by the way. They're off right now in Philadelphia, but you see the energy, you see the people, and people are gathering here just to celebrate. This is an amazing neighborhood. So if you're looking to make that move right here to the East Village or anywhere around downtown San Diego, this video is going to be a must. I'm going to take you through all of it, show you 3 different condos as well, different price points, so that you see exactly what it would take where your budget would do for you right here in downtown San Diego in the East Village. There you go. The city loves it. There's an amazing energy. If you're looking to make that move and you're exploring the East Village, well, you're going to want to stick around because we're going to get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you're looking to make that move to the East Village or anywhere across San Diego County, this is the place for you. So make sure you subscribe, hit that bell, tap it so you get the notifications, and you're the first to know of any changes across San Diego County. I'm Dan Beer, and every single day, people just like you send us text messages, emails, phone calls, looking to make the move to San Diego. So whether you're making that move in the next, say, 9 days, 9 months, 9 years, we absolutely love it. We don't care what your timeline is. We're just here to help you make that smooth move to San Diego. All right, there would be no more appropriate place to kick off this video than right here. The ballpark is behind me. Petco Park thought to be the most beautiful park in all of Major League Baseball. Right now, the noise you hear behind me, the Padres are in the playoffs, and San Diego, downtown, it's buzzing, even though they're in Philadelphia playing right now, but they're playing this. People are inside right now just coming together to watch the game. But anyway, the reason I'm really here wanting to show you this is this ballpark changed the game for downtown San Diego as a whole, and of course it's located right here in East Village. And when I say it changed the game, East Village, prior to the ballpark going up, which premiered in the early 2000s. Before that, it was really just a warehouse district. It was a lot of industrial, a lot of warehouse. It really wasn't anything that you'd go visit, or you'd never say to yourself, boy, I'd love to live there. Fast forward to the ballpark goes up, and I'm going to call it a full-blown renaissance of what happened to this neighborhood. It is awesome. I myself spent time in my earlier years, my 20s, my single days, living here in the East Village. And I'll walk by that building, I'll give you a look at it. But it changed everything, and that really trickled out to all of downtown San Diego, whether it was the Marina District, even all the way out to Little Italy. And we'll put out videos so that you can explore those neighborhoods as well, so keep your eye out for that. Another reason to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. But this ballpark changed the game. So as we walk up the street here, I'm going to show you pretty much everything you see, whether it be this hotel, the bars right here, it's everything you see really didn't exist. By the way, I should just point this out. The Western Metal Supply Company building, which you've probably seen on TV if you've ever watched a Padre game, that's an original building, and that's a lot of what was here. It was just, like I said, warehouse and industrial for the most part. Now you fast forward to today, and we've got kids and families and just people from all across San Diego County enjoying downtown. Let's go, man, for sure. So right here, this is an interesting building built by Boza. And it's a beautiful high-rise. It has some of the most unique amenities because up there on the top of the building, it has this gorgeous balcony that overlooks the ballpark. In fact, part of the building is in the ballpark, so that's the Legend. If you're interested in taking a look at a condo there, that is the Legend, and that's the name of the building. And it has some beautiful ballpark views straight in. I mean, you're talking home plate views, so you'll always see people up there watching. All these venues right here, whether it be Moonshine Flats, or we just walked by an axe throwing place. It's just a crazy fun spot. Over here, we were here later on tonight. Right now is a Friday. So you come here a couple hours from now, every bit of that sidewalk's gonna be full of people enjoying themselves. Now Bub's, which we walked by in the introduction, this is really an iconic location here. It's become the spot for Padre fans. It's become the spot for people that are going to come down to the ballpark district and enjoy a game. Always packed, and just a really, really good fun energy right here. So you'll see they're in there watching the game. Now, there's also a lot of really good businesses right here. So Sempra, this is one of the largest employers in all of San Diego County. Their building is right here, Sempra Energy. So that's basically the where we get our power, right? Our gas and electric. They're involved in all kinds of business now, including renewables. But there they are. It's another view of the Legend, kind of through this little window. And we're gonna make our way up. So right now, by the way, I should mention, I'm on J Street. I'm on J Street. I am moving east on J, right past, that was 7th Avenue back there, kind of the beginning of East Village. Right now I'm moving past 8th. Back that way, by the way, if I was just to go a couple blocks, you'd have the Gas Lamp District. The Gas Lamp District being probably what San Diego's best known for. And we'll, of course, do a video on that at some point as well. So, kind of a view into the stadium. You can see there's no one in the stands, and the reason for that is they're not here. They're in Philadelphia. But San Diego's buzzing, and you're going to see in just a moment, there's a whole lot of people that are here enjoying themselves. Let me give you a quick look in here. So, just fun. Right here on the left, this is an interesting building. This is Park Loft. So this is the backside of Park Loft. Really nice loft style building, just like it sounds, but also with some office space down on this first level. That building there, the taller one you see, that's Diamond Terrace. And Diamond Terrace is where I once lived. I was on the 7th floor of Diamond Terrace, right on that corner, also overlooking the ballpark, straight into it. Really nice little building. And that building, for example, is just security access through a code. There's other buildings like the Mark, which I'll give you a look at right here. It's in the background. I'm going to make sure that we go by the Mark later. But the Mark, this taller buildings like that are also accessed through actual security, right, where you have the guard gated type thing, the door service, all of that. Park Loft, I should mention, does have the door service, full doorman. That's this brown building, and like I said, you could kind of see the more front part of it. And then I was just showing you the backside a moment ago. So let's grab a quick look over here, because you can kind of look into the ballpark. And so what you're seeing right here, is there's basically the park at the park. And that's the space that's out here. And so it becomes a really interesting, nice little space during ball games. It is absolutely packed with families, kids, couples, you name it. Everyone's out there. And it's just a fun spot, super casual. They're not really paying any attention to the game for the most part, but they are having fun. And it's just a nice, inexpensive way to have a family day. Over here is one of the staples of East Village. This place has been around pretty much since I can remember East Village becoming East Village, which is Basic. So it's called Bar Basic. It's a pizza spot. It's a night spot. It's a place where you could go dance, but you could go have a beer. This whole back side of it is all a pizza joint. And on this side of the street, we just walked by a whole bunch of little juice shops. We walked by all kinds of little food spots. Casa Octavio, well, that place is new. That place keeps kind of turning over. This is one of the main parking structures close to the ballpark. So you see it's actually called PADRES Park. And that's because that's one of the main spots for that. And then this building here is interesting. I've actually done a number of client events in that building. And in fact, if you see that door, let me show you, because it's kind of special to me. Behind this door that I'm going to show you right here, there's a loft. And I reproposed to my wife in this place, bought her kind of the upgraded ring, right? So we rented out this loft, had a private, beautiful dinner. We've also, however, done murder mystery theater, client dinner. We've done various things in this place. It's called Loose Loft. And I've also been to musical performances there, little private musical performances. So just a lot of fun. Back here, you could see all the different condos, lofts, penthouses, you name it. Now we're gonna head off this way. Up above Comerica Bank, you have this other office building. That's probably one of the most desired, I want to call it, office buildings in all of downtown San Diego. It's right here in East Village, and they have unbelievable amenities at the top of that building. There's literally like a stadium seating type setup where, no, excuse me, the stadium seating setup is right here. This is the Icon building. They have this stadium seating setup. They look into the ballpark, but here they also have really great views straight in. If you're in the ballpark watching a game, you'll see these folks just out there having their own party, watching basically for free. Maybe not so much for free, right? They paid their rent, no doubt about it. Fit, you'll see Fit right there. That's the gym that most people downtown, if they want kind of a more upscale gym, that's their spot. So it's loaded, you name it, it's there. They've got a really great rooftop pool. They've got every class, everything, from yoga to stretching to bike, cycling, you name it, it's all there. State-of-the-art facilities. So that's Fit, and it's in that same office building that I just mentioned. Yep, right here you have another condo building.
And this is the one where we have
right here, and we have one that we're going to show you here in just a moment. I want to just take you through everything that we've got down here. This is more food, El Puerto. All right, so I just jumped across the street. That's where I was just standing. Thank you to the editor for zipping me over. So at the Icon building that we were just mentioning, you could have a 14th floor, $800,000, 2-bed, 2-bath, just over 1,100 square foot condo. So you're gonna get some views. Again, it has that beautiful amenity up on the top. It has a rooftop with literally stadium seating, so you could look down on the ballpark and watch. Literally, there's people up there that will just sit and watch the game. And it's a great location. You see how walkable it is. I just walked from all these different restaurants, bars, the ballpark, Fit, right, the gym, it's right here. Now, granted, they have their own gym, but if you're looking for a state-of-the-art facility, it's across the street. So it's a really good location. Also, just something to know from a location standpoint is one of the easiest ways to get out of downtown is on 11th. So when you're located here on East Village, easy to get over to 11th Avenue, which will shoot you up north, and bam, you can access all the freeways. And if you make a right on G, when you're traveling north on 11th, this is J right up here, so it's all sequential, just like the alphabet. When you hit G, then you can just swing a quick right, and you can also hit a freeway that'll take you east. So great location. That's the Icon building. It's a 2007 build, and let's keep walking so that I can show you a little bit more. I also will, by the way, show you a condo that is lower price, so that you see what you could get closer to a $400,000 to $500,000 range, and we're gonna also jump up over $1 million, so you see what that buys you. So with that in mind, let's keep rocking. All right, we're gonna keep cruising down the street here. I want to show you just one more quick view in, and you see all these people. Well, where are they going? Let me give you a quick look at that. It's just a really, really good energy down here. So you'll notice there's people walking into the ballpark right now. No game, and that's because people have actually gathered here. You'll see the game is on the big screen, and what they're doing is they're gathering to cheer the team on from here as they play in Philadelphia. So there's thousands of people in there. Really fun. I've got personally a lot of friends and family that are in there right now, and so just wanted to give you a quick little look at that. A few more restaurants down that way, including Lolita's, which is kind of one of the old taco shop staples of San Diego. It used to start off with one little location in a neighborhood called Bonita, and now they have a few different ones across the county, including right here. So awesome, a lot of fun. What we're gonna do is we're gonna head back up the street, and once I'm up the street, I'm gonna catch you again, where we'll continue, and we're gonna go, like I said, visit a lower price condo than what we just saw at the Icon, and we're gonna go visit a higher price condo, give you a sense of what your budget would do for you here. Of course, even beyond what I'm showing you, there's still lower price and higher price from that. There's penthouse units, there's ground floor units, everything in between. So whatever you need, we're of course here to answer all your questions, and we love doing that. All right, we're back at the top of the street. I'm not gonna make it all the way up there. Like I said, it goes all the way to 17th. This right here is 10th. But you saw some big tall buildings back that way, and those buildings also just residential, newer buildings that are all part of the East Village. You know, one of the things I always enjoyed about being in the East Village when I spent my time living here was just how it's extremely walkable. You have a little bit more quiet, I have to say, even with the craziness that you've already seen. Keep in mind, it is a game day. The Padres are in the playoffs. People are excited. So it's not always as up as what you see right now. So it's a little bit quieter than when compared to Gaslamp. Gaslamp being the neighboring neighborhood. You've probably heard of the Gaslamp district. That's just go, 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 kind of mayhem all the time. Here it's, on a typical day, it has a much more residential feel, a much more neighborhood feel, where you will bump into your neighbors, you will bump into people that are just truly living their lives and building a life here in the East Village. Would not be as true for the Gaslamp district. There are condos there, but that's going to be a lot more, I don't know if I want to use the word transient, but it's just not going to be as stable, let's say, as what you have here. Granted, it's a lot of fun. You'll go visit the Gaslamp, but it's really nice when you live here in the East Village to visit the Gaslamp and just pop right out, come back to a little bit of a more peaceful feel. You'll see on this side, it really, a lot of the bar scene kind of dies away as you move away from the ballpark, and that entire part of East Village is a lot quieter, a lot more, just a lot more residential. So we're heading up right now to one of my favorite buildings. It's called the Mark, and the Mark is probably the highest end luxury building in the East Village. Probably, I would say, I would put it right along there with Park Loft, the two of them, totally different styles. So as we make our way over there, this is a rental building, and one of the trends that we've started to see over the last many years now, probably the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years in downtown as a whole, is a lot of the newer construction has been luxury rental buildings. So rents downtown are really expensive compared to what they were just a short decade ago. I mean, they've kind of gone bananas. And these luxury rental buildings, they take it to an extreme. So all the more reason to own if you're going to be in the East Village or anywhere really in downtown. And as we just turn the corner here, I'm going to turn around because we've been talking about the Mark. That's it right there. So it's this beautiful high-rise building. Definitely one of the most, I'd say it's the most luxurious location here in downtown. Right behind it, you have Park Loft, which we were talking about earlier. So these two buildings together, completely different styles again, right? This loft building and then this more traditional luxury skyrise. They make up the two most desirable buildings in the East Village, but there's a lot of cool little spots and a lot of spots that people overlook because there's just all these little eclectic lofts and, you know, warehouses that have been converted and industrial space that's been converted. So it's a really colorful, fun spot. Across the street, you have the Bootlegger. Bootlegger is a lively place, especially during weekends, games, Thursdays. I mean, downtown has activity all the time, except for maybe on a sleepier Monday or Tuesday. I'm just going to give you a little orientation as we stand here, and then we're going to make our way to the next condo. But that right there, that building is called Alta. Now, it's not part of the East Village officially. That's really the beginning of what's going to be the Gaslamp district, and it's really their only high-rise that they have there. Over there, two iconic buildings in San Diego. That's the Harbor Club. That's in the Marina district. So I just want to point it out so you can get an idea for location. You see the ballpark back behind me. And then if you head up this way, it becomes more of the financial district. It becomes more of just the banks and just business. That's a more business-oriented area back up that way. So that's a pretty good look at it. You see some new construction back this way. There's still a lot of investment going into San Diego. I'm going to run across the street before something bad happens. And with that, let's head on over, take a look at that less expensive and the more expensive property, the one we just showed you a bit ago. And I'm hoping this gives you a really good feel and idea for what downtown San Diego is, specifically what the East Village is. And what you're going to find once you see and we introduce you to Little Italy, to the Gaslamp, to the Marina District, is they all have completely different feels. I mean, what it is to be over in Little Italy, nothing to do with what it is to be here. Totally 100% different. So make sure that you're hitting that bell, get the notification, so when we put that video out, you're the first to know. All right, well, I decided to come back over here because I've just been talking so much about the Mark. I'm gonna give you a look in here too, because the access in for the driveway is interesting. I want to show you a condo here, 10th floor, 905 square feet, just under 700,000, and you get a 10th floor living experience. You're talking about doorman. You have this really fun, you have access from this side right here, also from the street over. So you have pool, you have gym, you have everything there, and also the walkability of it is just awesome. So again, ballpark is just right there, gas lamp is just over that way, and you have easy access where if you were to exit the building and go make a right here, you're zipping over to 11th Avenue, boom, you hit the freeways, and it's easy, easy, easy. So that's an example of what you're gonna get. 10th floor, some views. 1 bedroom, 905 square feet, under 700,000, and that is at a building called The Mark. So if The Mark is interesting to you, it's located right here on 800 The Mark Lane, and that's what your money will get you, under $1 million still in one of the best buildings. So that's one of the reasons also people like the East Village compared to what you might get in the Marina District or the Columbia District. The pricing is still attractive. So with that, let's jump over $1 million, and I'll show you what your money gets you if you're willing to spend those 7 digits. All right, guys, we've made our way over to 8th and Island, and right here behind me is a building called Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit rarely has very much for sale, but right now has one of the most special units, just because it's a unique unit that you'd be hard pressed to find again once this sells. It's on the market right now at, and let me double check the price for you, right, for $1.1 million. And what makes it unique is it's actually 2 units. So there's 2 addresses to it, but it's all been put together and legally made into one parcel, where you have a 1,000 square foot unit and a 900 square foot unit, one on top of the other. Somebody bought both of them and turned it into one huge 1,900 square foot plus unit on the market right now for $1.1 million. And you'll see it's a really attractive building on the outside. The ballpark is just back here right behind me. There's access over there. The Icon building, which we visited earlier, is this taller blue building behind me. And it's in this a little bit of quieter space where it's more residential over here. See some big high rises down that way, but there's a lot less of the bar scene over here. It's really located a few blocks over that way, and those few blocks create really great just buffer so that you get a more relaxed living environment. You get this nice cafe that's right across the street in this building here, and so there you are. If you want a really unique 1,900 plus square foot unit that used to be 2 units, now is 1, and you want that at 1.1 million from a price per square foot basis, that is about as good as it's gonna get. This is an awesome opportunity right here in a building called Fahrenheit. Of course, if you're looking to make the move to anywhere in East Village or San Diego County, we have you covered. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications. We hope you've enjoyed this video, and we're here to help you make that smooth move to the East Village or anywhere across San Diego.